Happiness. The only reasonable goal in life is maximize your total lifetime experience of something called happiness. I'm sorry, that might sound selfish, but it's not. A normal person needs to be treat others well in order to enjoy life. For the sake of argument, let's assume you're normal-ish. If you want to boost your happiness, it helps to understand what happiness is and how it works. You might think the science of happiness is fairly obvious, but it's not. Happiness is like gardening, only seems simple. Let's just start by defining happiness and agreeing on what causes it. My definition of happiness is that it's a feeling you get when your body chemistry is producing pleasant sensations in your mind. The definition is compatible with the sense of happiness. It's tempting to imagine happiness is a state of mind caused by whatever is happening in your life. By that way of thinking, we are largely victims of a cold world that sometimes rewards our good work and sometimes punishes us for no reason. That's a helpless worldview, and it can blind you a simple system for being happier. Census has done a good job in recent years of demonstrating that happiness isn't as dependent on your circumstances as you might think. And you know from your own experience that some people seem to be happy no matter what is going on in their lives, while others can find the happiness no matter how many things are going right. We are all born with a limited range of happiness, and the circumstances of life can only jiggle us around within the range. The goodness is that anyone who has experienced the happiness probably has the capacity to spend more time at the top of his or her personal range and less time near the bottom. In my case, my baseline is on the fence between happy or unhappy, so staying near the top of my narrow range makes all the difference. To do that, I treat myself like a monster robot I am, and I manipulate my body chemistry as needed. I also try to improve my situation and circumstances whenever I can, but I see that, and it only adds 20% of the solution. The big part, the 80% of happiness, is nothing but a chemistry experiment, and it's hugely helpful to think of it that way. You can only quickly fix whatever is wrong in your environment, and you can prevent negative thoughts from drifting into your head. But you can easily control your body chemistry through lifestyle, and that in turn will cause your thoughts to turn positive while making the bumps in your past and feel less important. Let's get to the mechanics. Let's get to the mechanics of manipulating your body chemistry. Obviously, your doctor can give you the pill to change your mood. Antidepressants are a big business, and you can change your chemistry by drinking alcohol or doing recreational drugs. The problem with each of those methods is that it comes with the risk and side effects you'd rather avoid. I advocate a more natural approach. For starters, the single biggest trick for manipulating your happiness chemistry is being able to do what you want when you want and contrasting that with the more common situation in which you might be able to do all the things you want, but you can't often do them when you want. The timing of things can be more important than the intrinsic value of things. You need to control the order and the timing of things to be happy. It's important to look at happiness in terms of timing, because timing is easier to control than resources. It's harder to become rich enough to buy your own private island, but relatively speaking, it's easier to find a job with flexible hours. A person with a flexible schedule and average resources will be happier than a richer person who has everything except a flexible schedule. Step 1 in your search for happiness is to continually work toward having control of your schedule. Those parents might have all the stuff they could ask for, but no flexibility to enjoy what they want when they want. By any definition, what I'm doing is work, but because I can control the timing of it on each particular day, it doesn't feel like work. I've transformed work into pleasure simply by having control over when I do it. In your personal life and your career, consider schedule flexibility when making any big decision. Realistically, just remember to keep your eye out for ways to maximize your schedule freedom in the long term. It's just something you want to work toward. That brings me to the next important mechanism for happiness. Happiness has more to do with where you are heading than where you are. We tend to feel happy when things are moving in the right direction and unhappy when things are trending bad. The direction and nature of happiness is one reason. It's a good idea to have a sport or a hobby that leaves in plenty of room to improve every year. Slow and steady improvement at anything makes you feel that you're on the right track. The feeling of progress stimulates in your body, create the chemicals that make you feel happy. When you choose a career, consider what it will lead to the lifetime and ever improve the performance. As a cartoonist, my drawing skills have slowly improved over most of my career, and that is a source of happiness for me. If you are lucky enough to have career options and only one of them affords to pass and continue improvement, choose the one or else being equal. The next element about happiness you need to master is imagination. I wrote about this in the context of raising your energy, which is closely related to happiness, but it bears repeating in this chapter. Pessimism is often a failure of imagination. If you can imagine the future being brighter, it lives in your energy and causes the chemistry in your body that produces a sensation of happiness. If you can even imagine and improve the future, you want to be happy no matter how well your life is not going right now. I find it useful for daydream that the future will be better than the day before. It's kind of hard for me to read. Okay, it's okay. I can finish only for this chapter. My daydreams need not to be accurate in terms of predicting the future. Simply imagining a better future helps your brain chemistry and provides you with the sensation of happiness today. Being happy raises in your energy level and it makes it easier to pursue the steps and toward real world happiness. This is another case in which your imagination can influence the real world. Don't let reality control your imagination. Let your imagination be the user interface to steer your reality. The next important thing to remember about happiness is that it's not a mastery of mind and it's not magic. Happiness is the neutral state for most people whenever they feel healthy. Have a flexible schedule and accept that the future will be good. I exercised and I had my healthy reward snack, and now I am totally happy even though I'm working. rewriting and tweaking this chapter. Taking care of my body always influences my happiness more than whatever task I've involved in. That's an important point because normally when you feel unhappy, you blame your mood and whatever your environment is and serving up to you. I'm here to tell you that the primary culprit in your bad moods is deficit in one of the big five: flexible schedule, imagination, sleep, diet, and exercise. I've explained to a number of people my observation about how exercise, diet, and sleep influence mood. The usual reaction is a blank expression followed by a change of topic. No one wants to believe that a formula for happiness is as simple as daydreaming, controlling your schedule, napping, eating right, and being active every day. Based on a lifetime of observation, my best estimate is that 20% of your mood is based on how your body feels, and only 20% is based on your genes and your circumstances, and particularly your health. Ask yourself this question: at times when you're exercising early in the day, eating well, hydrated, and had enough sleep, what percentage of those times you have found yourself in a good mood? I'll bet you don't know the answer to the question because it's not the sort of things that anyone pays attention to. But now that I've put the idea of your head, you'll automatically find yourself noticing the link between daily body maintenance and your not so mysterious and happiness. I predict you'll observe that your good moods are highly correlated with exercise, diet, and sleep. Exercise has two very different benefits that are hard to untangle. The exercise itself releases natural pain relieving substances and endorphins, and it gives you a direct feeling of well-being. But exercise is also a mental escape from whatever was stressing you. Before you race in your athletic shoes, that's why I recommend the forms of exercises that occupy your mind at the same time as your muscles. Exercise also helps you sleep better, so that's double benefit. Of the big five factors in happiness: flexible schedule, imagination, diet, exercise, and sleep, my pick for the most important is exercise. If exercise sounds like a lot of work, wait for my chapter on the easiest way to become active. If the list of 5 elements for happiness seems incomplete, that's intentional. I know you might also want sex and a soulmate, fame, recognition, a feeling of importance, career success, and lots more. My contention is that your 5 prolonged pursuit of happiness will act as a magnet for other components of happiness you need. When you're fit, happy, and full of energy, people are far more likely to have sex with you, be your friend, and hire you sometimes all the same day. But a smart approach is to take care of yourself first and use the success as a leverage to get everything else you need. After some self-reflection, I realized that I was feeling adrift. The way I climbed out of my funk was realizing that my newly acquired resources could help me change the world in some small but positive way. Unhappiness that is caused by too much success in a high-class problem. That's the sort of unhappiness that people work all of their lives to get. If you find yourself here, there, and I hope you do, you will find your attention naturally turning outward. You will seek happiness through service to others. I promise it will feel wonderful. People become unhappy if they have too many options in life. The problem with an option is that choosing any path can leave you flat. With the self-doubt, you quite rationally think that one of the paths not choosing might have worked out better. They can't eat at you. That's why I find the great comfort in routine. I never wasted a brain cell in the morning trying to figure out what to do when. Compare that with some people, who spend 2 hours in a plan deciding for every task and the task in an hour to complete. I'm happier than those people. Recapping the happiness formula: eat right, exercise, get enough sleep, imagine an incredible future, work toward a flexible schedule, do things you can steadily improve it, help others, reduce your daily decisions in routine. If you do those 8 things, the rest of what you need to stimulate the chemistry of happiness in your brain will be a lot easier to find. In fact, the other components in happiness that you seek, such as career opportunities, love, and friends, might find their way to you if you make yourself an attractive target.